Hey, good afternoon. This is Roger, your customer experience supervisor. One of the things that got me really heavy on to do this program today was because I want to make the experience of our clients something outstanding, something that they talk about, not just that they come in and enjoy themselves, but I want them to leave Office Depot talking about the experience they had with us. In order to do that, we need to get everybody on board. And so to do that, I want to talk about the different generations. Today, I'm going to talk about how to manage millennials. And I'm going to show you 8 different ways on how to manage a millennium to get the best out of them so that we can have the experience for our clients the way we want. First of all, what is a millennium? That's somebody born between 1982 and 1998. Now, there's question about that, but that's what we're going to use for our training today. So, in essence, what we're talking about is those kids that we have that are aged 20 to 36. One of the things that makes them millennials is that they've experienced life with and without the internet. So they know what it was like before the internet, and now they're really innovative in their tech savviness of everything that has to do with technology. Now, we give them a bad rep a lot of times. We kind of generalize, stereotype that they're the generation that is stuck in getting what they want and whenever they want it, because they've been kind of catered to from their parents. But as managers, we need to know how to get the best out of them. So today we're going to learn how we should deal with millennium employees. First of all, they really crave being part of a strong culture. Millenniums want a meaning and a purpose in their life. They want to know that what they're doing has meaning. They want to, in other words, make a difference in the world. And what we want to do in Office Depot is to show them how what they're doing right now is molding them into strong people for the future, because they are our future. So one of the things about millenniums, if you can harness their power, they're going to go way beyond your expectations. But this is only if they have a strong work culture and the values that are aligned with their own motivation. Now that sounds kind of difficult, but it really isn't. Because what we want to do is help them love their work. When they can start loving their work, then they're in alignment with their motivation. It is that simple. And so when we can take a millennium and start helping them love what they're doing, they're going to be flying higher than you've ever imagined. But one of the things about millenniums is that they need a balance between their work and their life. They need the flexibility. A lot of times now, it may or may not be possible for us, but they want to be able to work remotely, or they want to have the ability to have some freedom. So when we tie them down to one place, man, that's like handcuffing them and shackling them and just stifling that creativity that's inside of them. But when we can allow them to fly in the store, to jump around, to help the customers move around and fill the shelves and do the different activities, this is going to bring them more in alignment. And when we can show them how what they're doing is making a difference in their life, Now, that's bringing the balance to them. When we can show them that learning the sales techniques that we are teaching them are not just for getting us a sale on a subscription, but it is for them to be able to speak what they want in their future and be able to sell themselves wherever they are. But one of the other things about millenniums is they need leadership and guidance. Millenniums are result orientated. But one of the things to remember is that they want to maintain the control over how and when they do their work. You know, a lot of times we saying, well, you got to do it now, or you got to get this done, or why aren't you done? And we start yelling at them. We stifle them when we can tell them this is what we need done today and allow them to get it done in a timely manner and giving them the guidance, showing them the things that they're doing right, and then giving them a little guidance to get the stuff that's not in alignment, moving it into alignment. But when we start to yell at them, when we start to scold them, when we start to come down on them as an authority, they pretty much have no respect for us. They have no way of respecting or wanting to do what you want them to do. In fact, they're going to go beyond not doing what you want them to do, and they're going to sabotage things. And it's because of the way that they work. So when you can take and turn it around and bring it into a positive mode for them and giving them the respect that they can do it, and you give them the guidance, not authority, but a guidance, they're going to thrive. They hate micromanaging, and they hate when we tell them what to do. So what we want to do is guide them and give them the leadership. And not only that, but give them the leadership themselves so that they understand the repercussion of not doing something. When we provide the guidance, but let them figure things out on their own, rather than giving them those lists, those tasks, those different things that we're trying to tell them what to do. When we can give them the authority to make the decisions, to decide how to get things done, but giving them the kind of the criteria around what we need, now they're going to come up with some great solutions. They're going to come up with better ways of doing things. They're going to get our goals met faster and more effective than they are when we start to micromanage them. You know, like I said in the beginning on how they grew up with the internet, well, they take on the tech savviness of all the different things that are out there, and we start to scold them about using that technology. We're now stifling them. When we can say, instead of stop using your tools, to start using them for work, start using them to boost how they can perform for us. You're going to just start to show them that you trust them. And trust, believe it or not, is the number one thing that's going to drive them to work faster and harder and smarter for us. When you show them that you trust them, they're not going to take advantage of that trust. In fact, they're going to go beyond that and really thrive at building something that we want for them to build. One of the other things about millenniums is they really want to be recognized for what they do. In fact, not only do they want to be recognized, they crave it. That's something that in their head, in their body, in their soul, in their mind, they crave it with everything in them. And when we can recognize the work that they do and find the things that they do so well and shine the light on them, you're going to start seeing them working harder and harder. In fact, when you can give them credit for their talents and their skills and their hard work, they're going to thrive at doing it even better and stronger. In fact, when you can say, what a great job you did today, and be specific about how you tell them what the great job was. So if they did a reset and you start noticing the different things that are so wonderful about that, start telling them, how you put those signs on there was so wonderful. In fact, I really think you're the person that may be showing some of the other people on how to do this. Now, when you do that, you've got them committed to working with you in 100% commitment because they want that validation, that recognition, that reinforcement. So if we start to compliment them on their strengths and encourage them to take those strengths further into their lives, and how the strength that they're building in Office Depot is bringing them a strength in their own life. Now we're going back to bringing them into a place where they're bringing balance to their work and their life. And so when we can start helping them see how they're growing, not just in their work, but in their life, again, they're going to thrive. One of the things about millenniums is they're really excited about their future when they can see their future. So one of the ways that we can help them see their future is just have discussions with them. No, we don't need to sit down and have a long discussion about their life, their career. We can just talk to them. Just go up to them and ask them, what can I do to support you? What can I do to bring your career into existence for you? We are there as their mentors. And when they start to believe in us, they're going to listen to what we have to say and they're going to thrive with us because we're now not just concerned about how they are in Office Depot, but we're also excited about how they are in life. You know as well as I do, majority of the people that come into our workforce are only there temporary because they're looking for a bigger and more exciting career. But if we can be that front path of them building a career for themselves, just think what it's going to be like. Now, instead of us searching for new people, those new people are going to be searching us out because now the word's out there that we're there to help them grow. We're there to help them find their future path. But in doing that, they're helping us grow our business. The biggest obstacle that we can have is if we give them empty promises. So if we're going to promise them something, we need to be transparent enough to actually come through with what we're promising. Now, like I always notice with these millenniums is that they love to work in groups and they love teamwork. In fact, they seek guidance and help from their peers so that they can get better results. If you ever notice a millennium, they're always talking with each other and if you listen to what they say, they're trying to get approval from each other. They're trying to get their friends and their team members to see the importance they have in working with that team, because the millenniums know that as a team they're going to be bigger and better achievements for everyone. But the thing is that we need to encourage them as a team to grow together, because what happens is if we don't get them encouraged to grow together, they're going to shrink together. They're going to go into their bitch sessions and start the downfall of this place sucks, everybody sucks, and this work sucks. And they're going to find the guidance from their peers that shows that everything sucks. Well, we don't need that. We can, if when we build them as individuals and grow them as a team, now they're going to start pushing each other up. They're going to start encouraging each other and how they themselves can help each other grow. Now, we can also mentor and coach them as groups. And no, it doesn't mean we have to have a group meeting. You know, when you have a couple of people together, you now encourage them together. If you ever notice the millenniums, when you're talking to one, the others are listening. That's because as a millennium, they want to know what's going on. They want to be part of something bigger, something better. And if we can bring that teamwork together, man, there's nothing that we can't accomplish as a group. The other thing about millenniums is if we're going to give them a leadership uh, part in working, then allow them to be the leaders. Allow them to have their different things that they're doing that are going to help grow. Instead of saying, no, that's wrong, or no, you can't do that, allow them to provide with more of their insights. Because if we squash them, if we tell them that's a stupid idea, we hold them back in any way or belittle them, we've lost them. So our job as their leader is to show them they can do it and reassure them that they can do it. Give them step by step of how they've done something so good. Give it to them as a reward by shining the light and letting everyone know what they did so wonderful. You know, I talked about trust earlier, and I really want to emphasize trust. You know, I've studied that trust for a few years now, and I found that with a company that has trust between the employees and the managers, that trust grows to the clients. But not only does it grow to the clients, but it's well over a 200%. It's almost a 300% increase in sales. Almost a 200 to 300% increase in attitude of both the employees and the clients. So if we can show them that we trust them, that they are doing something meaningful. So if we're showing them the subscription plans, we can't show them the subscription plan and say, okay, go sell it. We have to give them a meaning of why they're selling these subscription plans. Because if they don't have a bigger meaning of why that's so important, They're not going to sell it. I was talking to an employee the other day, and I asked, "What do you believe about these subscription plans?" And that person said, I wouldn't buy them. I don't think they're worth it." And I asked, "Why don't you think it's worth it?" And they said, "Because I can do the work that subscription plan can do. And so it really wouldn't be worth it to me." But then I turned it around and I said, the people that come and see you, the people that ask your opinion, do they know how to do the work that you do? And the comment was, absolutely not. And so I opened the eyes of this person and said, that's the reason for this subscription plan, is for those people that don't have the knowledge like you do, to have somebody in their corner that can support them, somebody in their corner that can help them when they're failing, somebody that's there for them. And this person changed their entire attitude and now started selling things with a new meaning, a new purpose behind it. So when we can give millennials positive reinforcement and we give them the challenge to perform at a higher level with purpose and meaning behind it, they're going to thrive. So we need to manage them right. Like I was saying in the beginning, millennials are often misunderstood. But if we can start taking the good from what we called the bad before, and we start to find how those millennials can work at a different level, they're going to shine for us at that better, higher level. They're going to work harder and they're going to achieve more. And we're going to have success beyond any of our expectations. And our customers are going to have an experience beyond anything out there. I want to see us as the Disneyland of office supplies. I want to see that with the help of our millennials, people are coming just to say hi. People are coming because they enjoy being in our store. So I hope you got a lot out of this. I hope you got a different insight of how to work with our millennials, because we can't work with the millennials in a way that we were brought up. It just doesn't work. What works is treating them the way a millennium needs to be treated. With that, I'm going to say live in love, peace, joy, and appreciation. Have a great day, and let's make an experience together.